the sharp 5, flat 5 chords with a ninth, sharp 11 whole tone sort of sounds for dominant chords on 1, 2, 3, 6 on A generally are rather straightforward. We'll begin with a simple voicing like this: A, C sharp, F, and B, and then just through manipulating the top voice for right now, we can take the B down to G, which we saw in the last session on the sharp 5, flat 5, sharp 9, flat 9 chords. So this chord is a sharp 5, and if we keep moving voices, rather simply, there's a flat 5. We can see that they're easy and exchangeable. The outer two voices obviously being very exchangeable, the A and the G. Here as well. So, and of course we can resolve by semitone rather easily, just taking, for in this case, it's a D flat sort of chord, a D flat dominant chord, and resolving to a C minor. So we have D flat, F, G, and B, and maybe that moves to an A, to a C minor 9, easy. And you can see that a stretch, even the lower voice, this first voicing we had, we move the lower voice to G, and it acts as a G7 sharp 5, and we can just resolve to G flat. That's easy as well. These are rather straightforward. For instance, on D flat, if I just move the A to the G, I have a D flat, F, A, and an E flat. Move A to G, and resolves rather nicely to C minor. To provide a little bit of relief from the sound, a lot of times, as we've done in other chord families, you can take one chord form and string in a chromatic top line or some sort of chromatic, and then just sort of jump off where you like, like on an A minor like that, an A minor 9. But you're oscillating back and forth between one whole tone scale. This is E flat in the melody, and you're going to the next whole tone, and that's a C, and then a B, and then a B flat, and then an A, and then an A flat, and then finally cadencing maybe on an A minor or something, A minor type of chord. Further elaboration, you can, the stretchier voicings, here's ones on B, B, C sharp, D sharp, and G, which is nice, and of course wants to melt down to like a similar chord formation like this, and maybe the top line, B, instead of B, C sharp, D sharp, and G, move the top to A, and then you get that voicing that we had on D flat, which is nice, which kind of gives you that other whole tone voicing. So this collapses, this E flat, F, G, and D flat collapses to D flat, F, G, and E flat, which can go to a B flat to really give you the whole tone sound, and that works well. Resolve to a G flat major. So the whole tone sounds are fairly straightforward. I mean, there are stretchier ones. One can approach from the bottom too. For instance, this is A, E flat, F, and D flat, which sort of sounds like and acts like an F7 with a sharp 5 going to a B flat. So they don't have to resolve down, they can resolve upwards as well. And as long as you can make the reach, you've got those types of chords at your disposal. And they're rather easy, and they're good for a physical workout as well, to provide a back stretch in that manner. So those are the whole tone, the basic whole tone sounds for dominant chord substitutes for the 1, 2, 3, 6 string family.